to the Indie Wrestling Guy with your hosts, the Hall of Fame referee, Jhawk, the not-so-mysterious benefactor, JGold, and the legendary Charly Butters.
So we almost had, and it was so close that you could have tasted it. Jared Jhawk Hawkins was almost ETU ref. Jared Jhawk Hawkins. I was sitting in the balcony this weekend for the finals of the Jersey J Cup. It was myself, Harper, Bagelmonger, Struggles, and Jack. And I hear Struggs and Bagel talking, and they're like, Ref Gina called off for this show. And I turn to my left and I go, why don't you get Jhawk to cover? And he's like, yeah, would he do it? I go, I'm sure he could come in with Big Sam or with one of the Ohio guys. And he goes, all right, ask him. He goes, it's flat rate, ask him. So I just text Jhawk and I go, hey man, you want to come in for the ETU show and work the show? And he says, yeah, let me get back to you. I got to check. And so, the whole hour I'm like sweating that he's trying to figure out if he could do it. And he writes back and he's like, unfortunately, his work wouldn't let him take off. So he wasn't going to be able to do it because of the next day. So we almost had a Jhawk in the Mecca calling a show.
I'm so sad. I wanted that to happen so bad for him.
I know, me too. I wanted it really badly for him. And because Struggs like, is he a good ref? I'm like, yes, he's a very good ref. He's done this for years, 20 years.
Yeah. He's starting to get close to wrapping it up. So the more places he gets to go and do this,
that would have been
check mark off the legacy.
That would have been absolutely that would have been a nice crowning moment for him if he was able to come in with the guys and do some matches, because that what's his name, Suzuki's on that card. So
yeah. Yep. Damn it. Oh, that's such a bummer.
Yeah. Could you imagine if he got that match? Oof.
Oh, dude, we would never hear the end of it.
But I tried. It's not like I didn't try.
You did. I'm so grateful for you. Jhawk obviously not here this week. He's going to take some time off. He's been dealing with some health issues, and we told him, hey, take some time, get back to normal. He's been dealing with like this really bad cough.
Yeah.
Everything like that. So he's been going through it. And I told him, take some time. We'll carry the banner for the month. Take some time, heal up. I did hear back from MJ Santana after having to put out a post on Twitter saying, hey, answer your DMs.
Well,
I figure she gets so many, she probably doesn't check them anymore, which I don't blame her for.
No, all the pervs probably reach out to her. Yeah.
So I was just like, hey, not a perv, need to set up an interview with you. She was instantly like, yes, absolutely, we'll do it. So hopefully that goes through. We should have an MJ Santana interview by the end of the month. And
I sat most of the evening at the Jersey J Cup, by the way, with guest of the show, Junie Underwood. So
yeah, that's what you told me, that you were sitting with Junie. I was like, oh, cool.
What a pleasant fellow. He's sitting up there with us. I introduced myself. I was like, look, I've been to a million shows that you're on, and I never say hi. And I'm like, you're hanging out up here. I got to say hi. It's JGold from the IW Guide. And he was like, it's really nice to meet you in person. And we were sitting there, and he's like, are you going to come to the next show? I'm like, he goes, do you ever come to the shows? I'm like, dude, I'm at all the ETU shows. The only one I missed was last month. I'm like, I see you on all the shows, but I never say hi. So, I'm glad for him, and I was happy to hang out with him. He wasn't on the show, though. They had like this big clusterfuck style Jersey Lotto Battle Royal, and Eric Stevens was in it. How random, right? Like,
yeah. I saw that he showed up and was stomping people out and doing some stuff.
That match was actually ridiculous because it didn't make any sense. It was like everyone's going to come out and then you can have a pinfall, and I thought it was over the top. So we had all sorts of stuff going on. There were all sorts of guys in the ring. I think Eric Stevens for me was probably the biggest surprise. Tremont was in it, of course. I'm like blanking on all these guys. There were some guys from House of Glory. Anything in the Jersey area, House of Glory is going to be on and have a presence. Ava Everett and her man were on it. And there was a few more that there was a woman I didn't recognize. And then there was a big spot where everybody was jumping on each other. Oh, Nick Camarado was in it. I mean, Nick Camarado, redoing his life, basically coming back on the indies. He does a lot of JCW shows. And one of the things that I don't know if you knew, and I didn't even realize this myself, was that this was the first time that Jonathan Gresham was wrestling since his stroke. So he wrestled on the card and he made it to the semis of the Jersey J Cup. And when he was finished, he was very emotional. Cardio wise, I don't think it was there, but he still could do the octopus stuff. And he was still doing his thing. But he was winded. Like the matches didn't get over like 10, 11 minutes, I don't think. So, but it's good to see him back. And I didn't realize that this was probably the first time he's been in the ring in a while. So it was a good show.
Mad Dog?
Oh my God. So he wrestled. It was him and it was Janela and the Dynamite Kid versus Mad Dog Connolly and who's the dude from the Bone Squad or whatever from Japan? The bald dude who fought Mance Warner.
Yeah, he's on he's like trying to kill Darby every week.
Yeah. It was him. So Janela throws Gabe Kidd. God damn. And I like Gabe Kidd. And a lot of people like he's boring. And I'm like, no, he isn't. He's perfect for what we need him for in the indies. He's a lunatic. Mm-hmm. But Janela tosses a chair into the ring. And instead of it like landing, I was getting like snacks for Harper. And all I hear is, oh, I guess it missed the way he threw it in and hit Mad Dog in the side of the head. And a small gaping wound opened up on the side of Mad Dog Connolly's head, and he bled so much. The puddles in the ring were so clear, and at one point we thought it stopped, and Jack was like, "Oh no, I see it. It's turning. It's stopping." And Janela goes ahead and slaps him on the same side of the head, and it looked like gobs of congealed blood falling off the side of his head, and it was insane. He bled the whole match. Didn't take the towel, of course, at the end. And then ended up, I guess, kind of telling people, no, I'm okay over and over again, and had to go get a ton of stitches afterwards. But he bled everywhere. They had to clean all the turnbuckles, all the ropes after the match. He's an absolute lunatic in general. And him and Gabe Kidd set up. They ended up beating each other up, going to the back because they lost, and they beat each other up. And the Dynamite Kid looks just like his uncle, which is crazy how much they look alike. How do you look like my daughter looks nothing like my brother, and his kids don't look like me?
Well, that's a good thing on both accounts.
That's two mutants. That's the problem. But Dynamite Kid looks just like his uncle, and he wrestles like his uncle, and he did a finisher onto Mad Dog, and it was the headbutt, but he overshot it, and his whole body just landed on top of Mad Dog, and it was this loud thud, and because you could hear the air coming out of Mad Dog's body, and it was like, oh. So, and then Charles Mason ended up beating Billy Starks for the JCW title in about 5 minutes. And these two have been wrestling against each other for like 3 years. That feud's been going on. Yeah. And it ended because in the match before, she wrestled KJ Orso, and he ended up like double stomping her head after the match when he lost. So I guess that's set up for Billy to lose. But what is it with a GCW taking these like indie guys, some of these dudes like KJ Orso and the other guy Gabe? I mean, what's his name? Who's the redhead with the goatee who everybody hates?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
See, without Jhawk, we don't get the names all the time. But what is with them like turning them into like the biggest assholes? Like KJ Orso is such an asshole. So they did that, and he stomped Billy, and then she ended up losing in about 5 minutes in that match. But all in all, the second night was a lot of fun. I like the matches. I was a little upset I didn't get to see night one's some of those tournament matches.
We'll be covering it. I think we're going to cover night one and night two, probably next month sometime.
Yeah, it's worth it.
But Mad Dog said he had 8 stitches on the outside and 3 on the inside.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know he was busted open from his match with Manders the night before in the steel cage dog collar that they had, and I saw the finish to that, and it was gross. So how about, did you see the gifs of Broner and Beverly from
No.
this weekend?
No,
Oh
I
my
didn't. I haven't gotten to
God.
that show yet, and I feel bad, but I haven't seen it yet.
So there's two gifts online. One is the clothesline that the Broner gave Bev, and I was just like, I said specifically, like from the IW Guide account, that we would have collectively shit our pants if we had to take that move. And then there's another one where like Bev was chasing Broner's manager.
Yeah, Josh Prohibition, J Pro.
Prohibition around the outside, and he runs into Broner, and Broner just fucking takes him off his feet. It looked so gross. I was like, Jesus Christ.
The Bev, I was glad to see that the Bev was back. And that show looked pretty crowded and even that piggybacked off Toyhio, right?
It was the same day, and let me tell you, Toyhio was an insane like 4-day sprint, and so I didn't even go to the show. It was pretty much decided that between Pam, Stacy, and I that we were just so beat by the end of Toyhio that we weren't going. We had our fill of people for the day.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to go and eat some comfort food and crash on the couch and veg.
Any buttholes at Toyhio that you guys had to handle or no?
Just a lot of people not knowing how to park because of the snow. So like them trying to park at different places, parking lots, and then us having to announce for about an hour straight every couple minutes to please move your vehicle so you don't get towed.
Yeah.
So that was a thing. Honestly, it was super weird. Like we had Ref Aubrey, we had Danhausen, his wife Lulu, who I got to hang out with quite a bit. They brought the baby, so I got to see Babyhausen.
How old's the baby?
Like 8 months.
Oh,
born in July. Fun story. We were talking with Lulu, and this old man comes rolling up with his Trump Vance hat on. And I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. And he asks about the baby, and then he's like, you're going to get that baby a Trump account? And he tries to explain to Lulu what it is. And I'm just like, okay, Grandpa, come on, get back to your nursing home. Go.
Well, he's looking out for the baby's well-being for
what he thinks it is. Sure. I was like, yeah, that's not going to turn out to be a scam. Okay, sure.
How's the man do? How's Danhausen doing? Are we going to see him on any kind of, is his contract up? Is he coming soon or what's the deal with him?
I did not speak to him about it. I did put out a video on Instagram that Pam and I thought would be really funny. If you're friends with me on Instagram, check it out. It's I got a kick out of putting it together. It's all the photos of us together over the years.
I saw that. I thought that was great. I saw that. I saw it the other day.
And to the song from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. It was great.
Because it's gonna happen, dude. Like if you like all his merch was $20. Like they're everything's marked down. He's clearing stuff out. Like it's pretty obvious at this point. Like something's gonna happen here real soon. So
my thing is, I don't think AEW utilized him. They had some momentum in the beginning when Adam Cole pulls him out from under the ring, and there was like some moments, but I think they fell apart. And I think I worry about him on NXT or one of those places just being able to embrace who he is. But we'll see. Yeah, I want him to get that money. Mr.
Iguana on television. I think we'll be okay. I think if they put him on shows and what he does, I think we'll be fine with Danhausen.
I want him to get that money. Get that money.
I want him to torture Ethan. I want him to show up and just torture Ethan. I think that'll be really fun if they do that. Them two together was always fun. So I think that would be the best. I didn't ask him about it. I know some fans asked him about it, and he obviously played coy on it. So, but come on, guys. Like it's the rumors are out there. It's pretty obvious. Like all his friends are there.
Everybody who tweets that, we talk about it, right? The tribalism and everything anyway. Yeah. But anybody who tries to tell these guys not to go somewhere, and I understand all the political, fallout of certain things, and I get it, but you cannot say to these guys, don't go get paid and take care of your family. You just can't. It is just not right. It's not fair. And a guy like Danhausen, who's worked his butt off and who's had some amazing moments in his career, deserves to have as many as he can. He has a kid now, and I hope he enjoys it. I hope he goes and they give him lots of leeway and lets him be himself. And then he comes and he says, you know what, I had a good run and I was able to do this, and this, and I want to see Danhausen do that. So, who knows? But if his merchandise is marked down and then you're an indie fan of his, get everything you can get because his stuff is awesome. and it is
It'll
what
be worth lots of money.
Yeah, one day we like to hope.
This is probably the largest crowd we've ever had for Toyhio as well, but it wasn't even for the guests. We didn't even have a massive line for guests. Like we had Zy Brookside, we had Ref Aubrey from AEW, and we had Danhausen and his wife. After like the initial like 8 people that were in line, we just took down the stuff and let people just walk up and get autographs and do everything because it was so packed in there that there was like they just wanted people to be able to walk up and everything like that. So it was like we did that. I got to talk to Zaya a little bit, talk to her about training in Stardom and stuff like that. It was pretty good experience talking with her about stuff.
Yeah.
She was pretty cool.
That is cool.
She signed a bunch of Whatnot exclusive photos. So those will be available in my future Whatnots that I'll be doing through Toyhio, which is Toyhio on Whatnot.
They have like 3 senior recruiter roles in New York City open, and I've been trying to get an interview with them, and I've been rejected a few times, but they keep opening up, reopening or reposting those roles. I would love to get in on the Whatnot side of things and see what that's about from the other side. So who knows?
Yeah,
who knows?
it's so I'm hoping like to keep those going. I spent some of my money from my Whatnot that was very successful last week to buy more loose figures to do another Whatnot this week to make more money. So I kind of flipped them to make some more money.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So that's really taken off for me doing the wrestling Whatnots. So I'm hoping to continue to do that every week. And then I know we're talking a lot
for this Owen Hart on yellow on card LJN or whatever that's called, Hasbro. What do you think I get for that?
The Hasbro, it's not signed, is it?
No, but it's mint condition in a package and everything, like in the case and everything. Like,
so you'd have to look it up on eBay and then go to sold listings and see what it's been selling for.
Oh,
so
I'm always curious. That's like the one piece that I have that I'm like, if I wanted to just sell just to have some fun with it and see who would want it.
Let's see. In plastic, one sold for $200, and that was a graded one.
Oh. Well, this one's not graded, but it's in mint condition in plastic.
There's another one graded that went for $918.
Damn.
And let's see. There's another one that's just it's a little beat up. It's in plastic for $150. So as long as the card's not too beat up on it, you could probably get like $300 or $400 for it, I would say.
The card's in mint condition. I might put it up and see what I can get for it down the line.
If I were you, I would see about getting it graded. If it's that mint, I would see about trading it, like getting it sent into CGC to get it graded. Even if it comes back at like an 80, you're looking at a $900 figure.
All right, I'll do that.
That might be an idea.
I'll look into it tomorrow. Maybe you and I will talk about it tomorrow, and I'll see how to do that while I'm in the city.
Oh, I got to drive out to Macedonia tomorrow because I sold my Xbox and a bunch of games. So I'm coming up on more money. I'm trying to fund the IW guide while I'm job hunting on top of everything else. So
yeah. The wrestling business is expensive.
It is. The Razor Sharp card will be available very soon to those of you that want one. Obviously, our Patreon members will get one for free. It'll be bundled with the next set of cards whenever I get the money to do those. Shout out to Zach, Paul, Bagelmonger, aka Andrew, and of course, Patty.
Hey, Patty.
I was very sad I didn't get to see Patty. She told me she luckily did not need me Saturday night. There wasn't that many injuries. She had a couple people with some issues, but overall it was fine.
I dig it.
So that was good.
We had a lot going on this weekend. It was a busy weekend.
Ohio was crazy. It was just, like I said, I was whooped. I literally left there, got some wings, ate wings, and passed out. I didn't even get to watch the show.
Oh, and by the way, if you're listening to this now on Thursday, this Sunday night, myself, the boss man of the IW Guide, Charly Butters, Pluggo, and Great Brown Hope are going to be doing the Dusty Finish this week. And there's a pay-per-view this weekend? AEW?
It's their Grand Slam in Australia. It's not a pay-per-view.
Oh, it's on TV?
It's just a
Oh, great.
TV.
Then it'll probably be an all Grand Slam edition of the Dusty Finish. Everyone will bring a point. As you know, it's round the horn style. And Butters and I are going to be running stuff on Sunday. So check that out.
Yeah, we'll be causing trouble on a Sunday.
So, are we doing what's on?
Yeah, let's get into what's on.
What's on this weekend?
I have in front of me the Independent Wrestling Television Network show, and this looks awful. There's only one show because of I guess Valentine's Day on Saturday. There's nothing on here, but this is SOS Pro Wrestling from, I believe it's California, and it presents the rules of attraction. All you need to know on the cover of this poster: James Vanderbeek, the guy from Twitter, and Kid Bandit. So you got a whole lot of garbage going on here. Cole Lumbus versus Kid Bandit, Pitfall Jones versus Guillermo Rosas, Primo Castillo versus Derek Jaws versus Rebel Kell, Platonic Romance versus Run the Beach, Counselor Coleman versus Mojo. That is for the SOS Championship. Camp Counselor Coleman versus Mojo. And that's all on Friday night at 11 o'clock on the Independent Wrestling Television Network. And, Butters, you don't know James Vanderbeek, the guy who does all that dude is on the cover here of the promo. So I
know he does stuff with certain companies, so that doesn't surprise me too much. I got for Fight or Triller TV or whatever they want to call it now, Saturday on Valentine's Day, cuddle up with your loved one and watch some GCW from Los Angeles. So far announced El Phantasmo against KJ Orso, Atticus Cogar against Alley Catch, Janela versus Masters, Hammerstone versus Manders, which should be a big mini man slap and meat match, Otis Cogar against Cyclope, Tremont against Cruel, another big meaty man slap and meat match, YD and P Boy versus Team
Young, Dumb,
Gringo.
and Yep.
And Shotzi Blackheart and more. And that'll be on at 8 p.m. I don't know if that's Eastern or Western or whatever the fuck it is. Just check it out. I'm sure it'll be on there. Just, I'm sure it's probably 8 p.m. Los
Eastern.
Angeles time. So it'll be like super late for us on the East Coast. So
Oh, yeah.
it's usually how that works out.
Doing a review.
Without the Hawkman, we're not going to have the times, but we will have the matches.
Yes, we have the matches. I did try to write down the finishes of the matches.
Okay.
I kind of petered out towards the end, but I'm pretty sure I got everything.
I got them all too. I got the other finishes too when we're ready. So
okay, good. Let's see what we have. First off,
wait? We got to say which one it is, right?
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah, I got you. AIW, Alive Out of Habit, live from the Globe Iron in Cleveland, Ohio. This was from January 23rd, 2026. It's streamed on YouTube. And then it's also on their Patreon. So if you're a member of their Patreon, it's up on there like a day after for free. Let's see. The pre-show match was Shelby Wilder against Alex Melee.
Yep, and Alex Melee was all sorts of fired up all night on this when they did some behind the scenes interviews and whatnot. And they were good match, good fun match.
Of course, Wilder did pick up the win over Melee.
Yeah.
Melee had some lag going, is what I heard. Wasn't connected to he wasn't directly connected to the router. He was trying to do it through Wi-Fi, and he got caught.
Oh, Melee.
And then we started off the main show, with a 4-way, which means no disqualifications. We had Mikey Montgomery, Matthew Justice, Austin James, and Philly Collins.
Now, can I say, Butters? I really like singles wrestler Philly Collins.
Oh, for sure.
I'm like digging, like he's the babyface AIW has needed in a long time. Like he's the
baby face that they thought Chuck Stone was.
Yeah. You know what? He is as likable. Philly's as likable and as perfect for, I mean, him and Marino can never be heels. It's just not in him anyway. But Philly, I was loving a babyface Philly in this match with, of course, it turned into like a Matt Justice mess match and, Mikey and this was fun. This was classic AIW. I honestly will probably not have anything negative to say about the whole show because I enjoyed the show. I thought my only problem was leaving the intermission in the middle of the stream.
Yeah.
We could have let's cut that out next time if you're going to re-air it. But
I liked that Mikey used Austin James to do some stuff.
Yes.
Mikey's really just like, his style is just evolving here, like rapidly. It seems like he was doing so much stuff last year. I watched like every single one of his matches last year. Since we were sponsoring him and doing a lot with him.
Yeah.
And he has grown so much in the last year, but it's also evolving now at this point where he's just adding this new interesting things to his game. It's really cool to see. He dove off a ladder that was set up in the corner onto everybody on the outside. Matthew Justice, splash zone became a thing because he was just hitting everybody with pops and beers and everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there to get all sticky from that.
Speaking of Matthew Justice, you saw him fall off of that the
MLW thing and get knocked out. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Matt, can I just be honest, guys? Matt, we don't have to do that anymore. We don't. The days of like the New Jack dives, you don't have to do it anymore. It's not necessary. I promise. You're gonna get over without it,
brother. You ain't gotta do it no more. I got you.
That scared the shit out of me. That
was rough.
And I thought in this match he was looking up above, when you go underneath that thing at the Globe and they have the balcony. I thought he was looking up. I'm like, there's no way to do that. You can't do it.
I could see him doing a dive off there. I don't think he'd be giving somebody a move off there at any point in time. But Austin James, I besides not liking the gimmick anymore, I think he's become such a great wrestler. Like he really fit into this. Him and Philly had some really great moments in this. He fit with like fighting Justice, fighting Mikey. I mean, he really just like came into his own and like is really showing off that he can like hold his own in here with these guys. It was really good.
He's becoming super valuable as far as like a hand, and that's not a bad place to be sometimes, Austin. I'm not saying it's not negative at all. You're becoming exactly what they want as far as a good hand. They can put you in the first part of the card. They can put you in the middle. So yeah, he's really developing in that. And the match was fun. It was really fun. That's how you open up an AIW show.
Yep. Of course it was. Philly Collins getting the win with a Uranagi on the ladder.
Philly Collins doing a Uranagi as a finisher is fantastic. I hope that's the finisher he uses all the time.
And it was like he did it a certain way too. He had like the underhook on it. It was a really interesting version of a Uranagi, and he got the win with it. So,
yep.
All right, moving on. Katie Arquette with Derek Dillinger and Tyson Riggs against Isla Dawn. Isla Dawn. I read it as Isla because I'm stupid, but that's how I say it in my head, even though I know it's Isla Dawn. I say it because I think it's funny.
Yeah, I thought first of all, this match came out of nowhere to me as far as quality. It was great. I thought they both worked really hard. Isla Dawn she's AEW, she's a WWE. You know what you're going to get from her. She's very buttoned up as far as her style. And Katie is just Katie. She's been getting better and better every month. And it was definitely a really entertaining women's match. It didn't have a lot of bullshit. They were beating each other up, and that sometimes we don't see that, and I like that.
Well, you had the interference here and there, and then the interference at the end with Derek doing the double team neck breaker, just stuff like that, which is what you expected. Like obviously this gets Katie a big win. Doesn't make Dawn look any worse for wear. Obviously she was cheated out of the match. They could always run it back, do something different with it. So
I'd love to understand one day, and I know it can't happen. I just know there's just not enough women in the area, but I would love for there to be a women's title again in AIW, just something to fight for. I would love for there to be something to fight for the women. Like right now, they're just wrestling each other.
I stopped caring on it because just the knowing that there just never will be. So it's just, there's no point.
No, I get it. But as I watch, seeing MJ Santana, seeing Jocelyn, seeing Katie, seeing you bringing on Iodone,
having two women's matches on this card, I was just like, oh, I was shocked. Obviously one of those changed to something else, and we'll get to that. And there's a whole big thing with that too. But I was like, okay, we're really starting to go places with it, and it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
It was Katie Arquette picking up the win with a spear after a double team from Derek and her. Up next, we had the newly signed AEW wrestler Alec Price against Shimbashi.
Another one. Shimbashi, I at first I didn't know what to make of him. Every match now is I want to watch.
Yes. He's one of those guys. I think he could have absolutely been like the AIW rookie of the year for showing up. I know he's not, he's been in for a hot minute, but like showing up in AIW and doing so much last year, he's been really one to watch. And this match, these guys went fucking all over the place, counter, counter, counter. He really held his own with Alec.
Yep. And you could just tell how amazing Alec Price is, but Shimbashi to keep up with him was very impressive. And the more I see of Shimbashi, the more I want to see Shimbashi. Like he's very entertaining. He's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. This was a really fun, well put together match. Not surprising considering Alec Price was in this match. But Shimbashi, this is the full endorsement from me on this one. I'm excited. Like you make me excited to see you when you're on the card.
And the finish, it was like a Price won with like a leg drop to the standing Shimbashi. It was like a face full of stuff. I don't know what to call it. Like he basically just like threw his
like
crotch into Shimbashi's face. Yeah, Rough Rider. So well, similar, but he didn't go to the side. It was basically like a Rey Mysterio. Like he'd come at him with both legs. They'd go down, and then he'd do whatever. But he just like went into the pin and got the pin on him like that. So I mean, I don't even know what the hell to really call it, but he got the pin over Shimbashi. Of course, the crowd chanting, "He's elite."
I love Alec Price. He's such a kid too, because we were sitting up top at the J Cup, and he was up there with us because he's good friends with Struggles, and he's wearing the AEW full tracksuit and everything. And I'm like, that he could not wait to get the tracksuit. He couldn't wait, and he's just gonna wear it everywhere. And good on him, because I would do it too. Right. I'd be wearing the hell out of that thing. So yeah, I mean, I just don't. The only thing I don't want to see is them if he get on the ship and go to ROH. Like I can't. I'm not paying for Honor Club, and I'm not gonna. I don't care about anybody on ROH. So I'm hoping that they stay up top on AEW. Maybe move them to Collision and have them really start tearing up the tag division. So who knows?
Up next, title match, the AIW Intense title. Isaiah Broner with Josh Prohibition defending against Donovan Dijak.
I mean, anytime you get Dijak with another person who's as big as he is, like body-wise, you're going to get a similar style, Keith Lee, Donovan Dijak, match style, because that's the only one I can think of where I didn't find anything. I found nothing. If you told me, find a match that you've never had a complaint on, it's any of the Dijak Keith Lee matches. So this match was very similar, as hard hitting as big bodies banging around. I will say Broner is nowhere near as athletically as far as his he's more physical, and Keith Lee also has that almost like a lucha style to him where it comes out of nowhere. You're never going to see Broner do like a Rana out of nowhere, but
don't say that, because he'll fucking do it.
Oh, good. Maybe this will push him to do it. It would be crazy if he did. But this was like beating the crap out of each other, and I feel like Dijak loves that. And I feel like Broner has really come another one so far in the short amount of time he's been in. That we've seen him 4 or 5 years. Just he knows who he is. He knows his character. He knows his moveset.
And we see with these defenses, like everybody keeps getting closer and closer to beating him, and they end up not being able to do it, whether it's something from Josh Prohibition interfering, or just Broner catching him off guard. Dijak countered an F5 at one point. He hit that choke bomb, didn't get the 3. Then Isaiah hit the F5. Dijak kicked out, but apparently music played and commentary called out 2 legs for it.
Huh.
So apparently
I didn't hear that part because I was trying to watch it on my phone while I was working, so I didn't hear that part with the commentary. But by the way, I thought, there's Eric Taylor on Raw tonight. By the way, he's security, and they're getting Finn Balor out.
But yeah, I guess like he thought that was the finish, and he went to play the music, and like they kind of called him out for it. Then the crowd chanted, "You fucked up, Adam," which I know was a nightmare scenario for 2 legs. So I just want to make sure I brought it up because I know he listens. So
yeah, I mean,
he has to relive that now. Sorry, buddy.
I mean, I'm very impressed with this match. I was very impressed with Broner, and I just love seeing him succeed. So his
Broner
finish
did get the win with the lariat.
Yeah, it's a crazy lariat too.
So yeah, it was good stuff. I like to see him run it back eventually. Like Broner, there's a handful of guys that Broner could face like every single show, and I'd be okay with. And that Jack's definitely one of them. Okay. Up next, the second women's match. We got Jocelyn Navarro, MJ Santana, but it doesn't even happen because Tyson Riggs and Derek Dillinger come out and attack them and then turn it into an AIW tag team title match.
And that's what continuing the Katie Jocelyn feud that they have going on, right? Like,
no, this is continuing the Derek Dillinger, Tyson Riggs come out and make a makeshift tag team face them for the tag titles.
Right.
As they are a makeshift tag team. And let me tell you, the crowd was so behind Jocelyn and MJ winning this match. I was behind them. I think it's the dumbest move ever that they did not pull the trigger and put the straps on them. If you're not going to make a women's title, at least let two of the women hold the fucking tag team titles.
Well,
and no, it makes a complete fucking sense. I'm not the only person that said that they fucked up and didn't when they didn't pull the trigger on this. They absolutely should have. There was perfect ample time for it. It came off great the way that they did it, that they ended up fucking losing. However, I think there should be a rematch where it is made in advance, and I feel like Jocelyn and MJ could absolutely win the titles off of them. And I think they should do it at Gauntlet. Yeah,
I think Jocelyn's at that point where she could win. You know, the fans are so behind her. Whatever she wins, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets a belt, you know, in the near future. So
if you're not going to have the women's title, at least let them hold the fucking tag titles. I mean, it's better than this makeshift thing we've been going for 6 months with them. It's not great. It's not what's it leading to. It would have been great for them to lose to them. It would have been perfect. I will stand my ground on that. I was very upset that was not that they did not walk out the champions. That was very frustrating.
I get it.
And I've been saying for a while, what's the story we're supposed to be getting here with this? Like, what's going on? That would have been a great payoff to this story. Would have been for them to finally have tag team champions that were women. And I know like a lot of people don't like the whole like intergender stuff, but I feel like having them as the champions, if you're not going to have a women's title, you have to do something to do that. And I think there's a lot of teams that could work with both of them, and they could have had a lot of great stuff. They had a lot of good double team moves in there and combos that they kind of worked out on the fly like that. I think that was a really great match. It was probably my match of the night, honestly. I think the wrong team lost there, but but I was really into it. I really enjoyed the match.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Derek and Man Bear Pig Kid win again.
Derek did hit the as they called it, the hero's journey swinging cravat on Santana for the 3. Which
can I also say, Butters, did when Wadsworth called the move? Can I just say I thought Wadsworth and Dustin did a great job on this show altogether. It stood out to me. I thought there was a few moments where I really chuckled from some of the things Dustin said, and Wadsworth was so even the entire night. Like even on some false finishes, they didn't oversell them during the show, and I appreciated that. I thought they did a very good job.
Up next, Wes Barkley and Tyler Jordan with Nipsey Nash.
Not the worst Wes Barkley match I've ever seen. I have to be honest. I had no issues with this match. I would have liked to have seen Tyler Jordan get the win. I liked him starting off as like showing off his tryout T-shirt. I thought that was very clever.
I like Tyler Jordan, but this was my plus 10 moment of the night.
Well, what's plus 10 mean?
It means I fast forward through it.
Oh, geez, come on. I didn't mind. I thought there were a few really good counters, and I sometimes I feel like Wes is too TV, and I didn't think it this time. I thought the two of them had a very serviceable match, and they told a good story. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with Wes. Like I don't know what you're doing with him. I understand
he's
Tyler Jordan is a great heel
down the road, and he's going to be the one to defeat Sam Holloway, and it just makes my stomach curl when I think about it. But
well, you never know when Sam is going to be on TV, so it could be any time. So
I mean, they're barely giving him time on Evolve. I don't think it's going to be next week.
Right. He did have a match on Evolve last week. So.
I know, but I'm saying that he's barely on there, so it's
which
not
I find crazy. By the way, I don't really understand. If you keep feeding certain guys to me that I want no part of on that show, and you have Sam sitting there, you got a guy who's legit 6'7", 6'8", and you have a lack of giant dudes. You have that Keanu Carver kid on NXT, but there is a lack of guys who are that big. I don't know why you're not trying to get him into a space, sooner, but whatever. But yeah, I thought this match was serviceable. The fans were behind Wes anyway. You can't deny it. They're behind him. So, and afterwards they were all cheering for him. So, serviceable.
I will deny it for as long as I exist. If there is no Wes Barkley haters, then I am dead.
All right. Well, on to the next, right?
Up next, we had Eric Taylor with the Duke, who suddenly has become very religious as he had a cross around his neck.
Giant wooden cross.
And they faced off against the one and only, very nice, very evil, my friend, Danhausen.
Danhausen eats a lot of pins, by the way. Did you notice that?
He is a character. He's going to sell merch regardless if he wins or not, brother. It don't matter.
No, that's why I know. I was messing around because I know that he loses often, doesn't care. So it's great. I thought
he was defeated with the boot it had a loaded Bible in it, man.
Yes.
Like, what do you want him to do? But he did curse. He cursed everyone in the match.
He did, and he played the hits, and that's all you want from a Danhausen match.
Sure, yeah.
Play the hits. So he did.
He showed he could wrestle. He did. He played some hits. He cursed the referee. He cursed Eric Taylor, who then crotched himself on the top rope. He cursed the Duke, who had to give him his jar of teeth to Danhausen.
Yep.
And then when he accidentally cursed the referee was blinded in the eye and couldn't see that he got hit in the face with the boot with the Bible in it, and that was his downfall.
Yep.
So that's pretty cut and simple. That's
made
what it
send
is.
The fans home happy. Everybody was happy. So
sure. Eric Taylor gets a win over a future WWE Hall of Famer. And we would just move on.
If you and I are in our 60s, and one day we look up and they're like the class of 2050 something or 2040 something, and it's like Donovan Danhausen, I would absolutely get the largest chuckle ever, and be like, now I'm ready to go.
Yep.
Now you can take me, Lord.
Dude, it's going to happen, brother. Just wait. It'll happen. Yep. Up next, let's talk about Meaty Men Slapping Meat. We got the Bone Collector, Dominic Garrini, going against Rhino.
The Man Beast.
He
looks so good, Rhino. He never changes.
He's getting wider. It's scary. He's getting like wider and wider, but he's not getting like, it's not like front and back. It's left and right. He's getting wider like as like a target. It's really crazy to see. Like it's
like a cardboard box. Like he really is getting
right. It's like Jesus. Like Dom would like tried to like pick him up the one time, and I was like, nobody could ever fucking powerbomb that man ever again. He's just too wide.
No, but his
It'd be
face,
like picking up a fucking car to do it. Like
his face looks exactly the same. By the way, it has not aged. His hair, his face, his mustache. Nothing has aged on him. He looks exactly the same except wider, over and over again. It's amazing. But Dom looks great, and this match was really fun. So I have nothing negative on this show. I thought this was just really fun. This is what Dom probably wanted. He was probably super happy, and it was fun. So
yeah, this is a fun little brawl. Rhino misses the gore and gets hit with that stump pile driver, and Dom picks up the win.
That's the only time you're going to get Rhino like that anyway. There's no way to pin him otherwise unless you get him in a move like that where you're just staying low. So anyway.
Yeah, that was smart move to step out of the way of the gore. If you gotta, that would have been bad if he caught that gore.
On to the main event.
The main events that took like forever to get started. Sam Holloway against Chuck Stone in a lumberjack match for the AIW Absolute title.
Now, I know you said it took. I thought this was AIW does like stipulation. Like I love the way they get all in on it, and having all those dudes around the ring and the good guy side, the bit. That's exactly how it was in the 80s, man. Like I think Thorne is always such like an old soul when it comes to like how they book certain matches, and all those guys are more than happy to play their parts. And there were so many little things to try to keep up with. Like I saw Justice was dying to do something. You could see Dom was like throwing punches on Broner, but trying to like hold him off. The guys on the bad guy side were beating the crap out of Chuck Stone every time he would get in there. Like it was perfectly done. It was very well done. It was a little long, but otherwise, I thought for this was a very fun gimmick match, and
Yeah.
sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, like the whole holding them back to start off with, like it took like felt like a really long time to get going, and then when it did, it was fun, but it was just just a lot of shenanigans, and I don't know if you want all that at the end of a show when you're just like ready to go after.
Well, we've always said that they have that's the one issue we always have with AIW is the last the last match is always everyone's kind of drawn out by the end.
But I am glad that they're not jamming all the title matches back to back at the top of the card anymore, which is nice.
Right.
They're kind of spreading them out now, which seems to help. So
it definitely does. Yeah, it definitely
does. They're slowly figuring it out.
Well, it's still
Maybe,
I still think it's
know.
I still think it's awesome, and this match was this match made me smile because it was really felt like they were like, let's try to capture like the old school stuff and goof on it, and I thought it worked really well as far as how they did it. So good match, Sam. And then we got babyface Philly, challenging Sam at the end, and I love that. I love that kind of stuff. So right. Good on my new favorite babyface in AIW, singles wrestler Philly Collins. So,
and that was the show.
Yeah, and that was the show, and. What is let's give it some scores, and I'm gonna go with let's see. I'm gonna go with 4.3 lumberjacks out of 5.
I'm gonna give it 4 cravats out of 5.
I like that cravat, that swinging cravat. I don't know how many people you can do that to.
Just tiny people.
Yeah. It has
Derek's not a strong boy. He can't even lift me up, so
you can't say that. Derek
I was trying to convince him to body slam me onto somebody in the crowd, use me as a weapon during a match, just because it would be really cool. And he never did it. So he's not strong enough to lift me up. That's what
I
it
thought
is.
You have a bum neck that you can't be taking bumps like that.
That don't mean shit. No, that's bullshit.
Just looking out for you.
That's trying to make excuses for Derek.
Oh.
When he was having his trilogy with Justice, I wanted so bad for him to just pick me up out of the crowd and slam me on Justice. Use me as a weapon.
If you told Dom you have to use me as a weapon, then Dom would more than oblige and probably, lawn dart me through somebody. But
well, that's you. Dom likes me, so I don't think he would do that to me. He might kick me or something, but usually I'm pretty good with that. He usually just verbally berates me. He doesn't abuse me like he does you.
Well. Anyway, so first show without Jhawk while he heals up is in the books, and that was fun, and that's how we do it. Good show to review.
Short and simple. I guess we could get the plugs.
Yeah, plugging away.
Let's see. In about 2 weeks, it's February 21st, and it will be Zay Garcia in an open challenge. We just put out his promo video today, Monday.
He looked cold out there.
Yeah, it was. He definitely did it at Youngstown out in the parking lot of the Out Cold show that we will be covering soon. But he's ready. He said he's ready to whoever wants to step up to face him. I'm working on getting him some even bigger names, and I'm really going to test him. He wants to be tested. I'm going to test him. See what he can do. See what happens.
I like that. That works.
And I'm trying to work on some other stuff.
Check out Butters Whatnots when he does them.
Yeah, I will be promoting them on the Twitter and my Instagram and everything else. I think I'm doing one Wednesday and probably one Friday, so check those out. Buy some stuff. We're going to be running like old Bone Cruncher Jacks on Wednesday, and then I'm going to be running like Basics and Elites on Friday with some boxed product as well. So check those out. Thanks for reminding me because I would have not plugged those, and I definitely need to.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, you can find me on the Twitter and Instagram at JGold12. Rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Rate, review, and subscribe. You have to do that. We're going to start asking our fans. Please do that for us.
Let's
our
pump
Twitter
those numbers up, gang. Come on.
Twitter handle IWGuide1, Blue Sky IWGuide, YouTube.com/IWGuide, Patreon.com/IWGuide. Don't forget about the merch store over at Brainbuster Tees, Gorilla Press Apparel, and Will I think was over at the show this weekend too at AIW.
He was. I was supposed to meet up with him to get some flyers so that I could put flyers at some stores in the area, and I just wasn't able to make it out. Like I said, I was so beat down from Toyhio that wings in my couch sounded better than watching wrestling.
That actually sounds
person.
Lovely. Wings. I want wings glorious. Right now.
Yeah. Trust me, I want more wings.
I go for wings right now. Yeah. Well, we are part of the Main Event Wrestling Network. The Wrestling Junkies on the Mark Wrestling Podcast with the boss man and my co-host Kyle, Tino's Time, Blog World Order, the Dusty Finish. That's on Sunday nights. Me and Butters are going to be doing this week's Dusty Finish, so tune into an IW guide. We're going to bully Great Brown Hope on Sunday.
Yes, we are.
And then my show Tuesday nights live 10:10, the NXT Night Shift. Call. Comment, do whatever you want on that show because it's a lot of fun. At Odds with Wrestling, the card is going to change. The Super Fantastic Podcast and Marks with Mike's. By the way, Marks with Mike's, I checked them out a bunch. They're doing a lot of good stuff. They had some series where they were like sitting in a barber shop. It was really good. Yeah, it was really good. They were doing a live, or it wasn't live. It was, I guess it was taped, but they were sitting in like that kind of setting, and it was very cool. Then check out our other friends, Monsters in the Toy Box. Toyhio from the other day, when they're going to start announcing. I think Rick said he needs like 2 weeks off before he starts announcing for the next one. But check out Toyhio, Rubber City Toys. Oh, did you get Zach's newsletter with his new toy?
I did get a newsletter. I have not gone out to the mailbox to get it yet.
Okay, the new toy that he made is in there. So when you see it, we'll talk it over. Neo Pro Wrestling. OKCR Creations, Stash Pages, and Pally's Beef Jerky by our very good friend Kaplan. I can't wait to see him back in the ring, by the way. It's been too long.
I've heard rumors from Will. Yeah. Will informed me that Kaplan is now a cat dad. Oh. He is fostering a cat. Let me tell you what the name of the cat is, because he he texted me and told me the name of the cat. Leopold.
Nice.
And he's dropped some weight. He's trying to get in shape to make a return. So,
and I am down 9 pounds myself on my fitness journey. So here we go.
The whole show's down about 130 pounds because we dropped Jhawk off.
I thought we were going to be nice to Jhawk.
We were. Nobody's listening to this part, I bet.
Right at the end, right. Yeah, so that's what we got, Butters.
Watch more indie wrestling because life is too fucking short.
That's correct.
Don't forget to review and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Find us online at Facebook and Instagram at the Indie Wrestling Guide, and on X or Twitter at IWGuide1.